As I mentioned earlier, hemp seen by many farmers is a crop with an upside thanks to the Farm Bill, even though it's still illegal to grow in a number of states. Despite that, there's hope that somewhere down the line, legal and business support will be there to breathe real life into the hemp marketplace. Here's Josh Bittner.
If you just get into this industry because you want to throw some magic seeds in the ground and people are going to bring you wheelbarrows full of money, it's not going to happen.
As founder of Colorado's Western Slope Hemp Growers Association, Mike Smith scored front row seats to a historic shift in American farm policy.
Ever since federal legalization, it's gone crazy out there. You know, everybody and their brother wants to grow hemp now. About 20% of them know what they're going to do. So there's a whole bunch of people that are brand new to it that they have lots of questions and everything.
We got some legal weed.
When the Mile High State legalized recreational marijuana in 2012, opportunistic hemp producers followed suit by reaping the nation's first harvest in over 50 years, helping to spur national lawmakers toward eventual action.
As mandated by Congress, our program requires all hemp growers to be licensed and includes testing protocols to ensure that hemp grown under this program is hemp and nothing else.
The 2018 Farm Bill uncoupled hemp from pot, reversing decades-old congressional action which had made both strains of cannabis illegal at the federal level.
Botanically speaking, it's all cannabis sativa L. It just has to do with the THC level. These are considered industrial hemp because they're 0.3% THC or less. This exact same plant, if it had 10% THC in it, wouldn't be qualified under the hemp program. And so 700 acres in Colorado last year tested hot and essentially had to be destroyed.
According to the Brightfield Group, a hemp industry analytics firm, roughly 285,000 acres in the U.S. were planted into hemp this year, a 72% increase over 2018.
You can plasticize it, but you can also make wood pellets.
With projections of a $26 billion industry by 2025, proponents like Smith predict a day of reckoning with big oil and big ag over domestic food, fuel, and fiber markets.
Right now, these stocks in Colorado are worth 45 cents a pound.
But even with its multi-purpose potential, insiders say the infrastructure for an American hemp revolution is lacking. The crop's initial buzz has already created a glut and is labor-intensive, as high-quality cannabidiol oil, or CBD, is extracted from hand-harvested stock for the lion's share of profits.
It's a miracle component that we should all add in our diets, as far as I'm concerned, in our everyday consumption.
Linda Bestland is a wellness professional in Grand Junction who recommends CBD supplements for a broad range of health concerns.
People use it for anxiety, epilepsy, stress, cancer. It's an anti-inflammatory.
Bestland says CBD is one of many molecules or cannabinoids present in the plant. Yet another is what makes cannabis so controversial: delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC.
Our CBD has 0.1% THC, but it's not enough THC that it's going to get you stoned where there's too much THC in the body.
Distillate and isolate blends can minimize or eliminate THC, but in Colorado, Bestland is free to tout full-spectrum CBD.
You get everything. Your terpenoids and your flavonoids actually walk hand in hand with THC and CBD.
Despite many embracing the oil as a panacea, the Food and Drug Administration has only approved one CBD-based drug. Last month, the federal agency warned 15 companies they were marketing CBD products in ways afoul of federal law. Absent oversight, many U.S. physicians have been sidelined as eager consumers wade into unregulated waters.
There's a lot out there that's junk. I had somebody bring me a bottle of material to test, and there was essentially no CBD in their bottle.
Julie Stump is a chemist and consultant for the CBD industry involved in growing and extraction.
High pressure CO2 is injected in the system, and with pressure and temperature, it becomes a liquid. and CBD and all those other cannabinoids dissolve in that liquid, get extracted from the vegetation.
CBD production's purity and traceability standards are shared by the local organic farming community. Peaches, plums, pears, and a host of other tree fruits thrive on the western slope. USDA statistics reveal an over $14 million annual fruit and tree nut industry in Mesa County, Colorado alone.
Marijuana was made legal in Colorado a number of years ago. I voted against that legislation. I would vote against the legislation again.
Brian Olison was a high school English teacher before his orchard fruit operation in Palisade took off, buoyed by accolades for the company's organic, locally grown and processed jams and jellies. Despite his opposition to marijuana, he's grown hemp the past few years and extracts CBD, having found a dual bounty with crossover appeal.
We had a gentleman come and wanted to infuse CBD into jam. He had found us on the internet, came in, spoke to me, found it to be just an extraordinarily intellectually challenging opportunity. I mean, it's very, very exciting. It's an exciting industry.
As miraculous health feedback pours in, quality controls make it easier for federally insured banks to work with the nascent industry. Some on the western slope say it's only a matter of time before corporations roll in and smaller farms shift to a boutique model. But federal changes also have allowed early adopters in the Mile High State to loosen up from business structure contortions engineered to stay afloat during Prohibition.
Just a bunch of lies. As you can see here, it's an assassin of youth. So all of this was made to basically scare the public. They've just been banned from this because of lies. That's all. Those lies are gone now. So let's get it going.
Get it going. That's what a lot of folks are saying about hemp these days.